A light in the dark. In a quiet village near the hills of Maple Ridge, there lived a kind man named Eli. Eli was not rich, not in the way most people think, but he had something very special: dreams. He dreamed of a better life for his little daughter, Sophie. A life where she never had to sleep hungry. A life filled with her laughter, without sadness or fear. Eli was a lantern maker. Each day he worked with care, cutting bamboo, folding paper, tying strings, creating small lanterns to light up people's homes. But no matter how hard he worked, money was never enough. A sudden storm could destroy his lanterns. Some days, nobody came to buy. Every evening, Eli and Sophie sat outside their tiny home, watching the stars. "Daddy," Sophie would ask softly, "why don't we have money like the others?" Eli would smile gently. "We're not poor, my star. We have each other, and we have the sky. Sometimes that's all we need." But deep in his heart, Eli wished for more, for her and for their future. One morning, on the way to the village market, Eli noticed a crowd. In the center stood a tall man with a loud voice. "I bring news from the city," he said. "A contest! The person who makes the most beautiful and creative lantern will win 500 gold coins." Eli's heart raced. 500 coins could change everything. That night, after Sophie went to sleep, Eli sat at his small wooden table. He looked at his tools and thought hard. He needed to make something no one had ever seen. He worked through the night. He built a lantern shaped like a blooming flower, with soft lights and colors that danced like fireflies. But there was one problem. He needed special paint to make it glow. But he had no money left. The next morning, he walked to the home of Mrs. Grace, the village elder. She was known for her kindness. "Mrs. Grace," he said, "I need your help. I want to buy paint for a lantern I'm making, but I have no coins." She looked at him kindly and smiled. "You've given light to so many in this village, Eli. Let me help you now." She gave him the paint, asking for nothing in return. Eli went home and worked with all his heart. When the contest day arrived, he was tired, but his lantern was ready. Many people came. One by one, they showed their lanterns. When Eli lit his, the colors glowed gently, moving like a dream. The crowd was silent. Then the merchant stood up and said, "This is the most beautiful lantern I have ever seen. The winner is Eli." Eli had won. He returned to his village with the prize money. But he didn't just buy food and clothes. He used the money to grow his little lantern shop. He gave work to others who were struggling. Together, they made more lanterns. Soon, their lights became known far and wide, even in big cities. Years passed. One evening, Eli and Sophie sat again under the stars. "Daddy," Sophie asked, "do you remember when we were poor?" Eli smiled and pulled her close. "Yes, sweetheart. And do you know what helped us through?" "What?" she asked. He said gently, "Dreams, kindness, and a little bit of light." From that day on, Eli wasn't just a lantern maker. He was the man who proved that even in the darkest times, a small light can shine brighter than anything.